at 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Making news this morning after a day of heavy rain and flooding. More rain could be on the way for San Antonio.
Tropical storm Elsa is complicating the rescue effort at the site of the condo collapse in Surfside. I'm ABC's Elizabeth Schulze. The details coming up.
And taking a look outside with live cam this morning, we're at 74 degrees. Not too bad out there, but again, we are expecting some more rain.
Good morning, everybody. We've made it to Wednesday. It is July 7th.
Thanks for joining us today. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, I guess expecting more rain, but we got quite a bit yesterday.
Well, unbelievable amounts of rainfall. We're still tallying things up as we head into your Wednesday morning. Justin in for Mike today. And I've already seen some activity on radar off in the distance, more towards the Texas coast.
More towards the Texas coast. And I think that's where a lot of the heavy rain will be today. We still have the potential for some showers. I don't think we'll see what we saw yesterday, which is great news. And to pass along some information regarding that, Leon Creek has crested. So the water is coming down. One other river we're going to watch now, San Antonio River. It's under a flood warning. And we have moderate flood stage possible with this. So we're talking a crest of 41.8 feet. That'll be this morning, I think, and then it will start to recede tomorrow. This is moderate. It's not going to be like Leon Creek where we're going to see maybe houses go underwater here, but we may see some of the pasture land get flooded here. And this is all that water that's coming out of San Antonio now is coming down the San Antonio River. So places like Floresville, down to Falls City, we've got to watch it. The impact below San Antonio all the way down to Floresville. And then as it obviously spills out into the Gulf of Mexico, we'll keep you posted there. Meantime, we mentioned the radar. There are some showers closer to the coast. These are trying to rotate in. And so I do think we'll see some action later today. Hopefully, though, it's not that big swath of very heavy rain. It'll just be the scattered downpours, very similar to what we were looking at yesterday afternoon. Scattered rain Thursday and Friday yet again. And then by the weekend, we get a chance to dry out a little bit, I think. Temperatures will warm up and we'll see more of a drier pattern. But there are still some chances in the forecast nonetheless. Today, about a 40 to 50% chance of rain. Temperatures staying below average. We're still thinking 80s today for highs, which has been nice. We'll take a closer look at that entire 7-day forecast here in just a bit. But we are going to toss it over to Stephen now. I think we do maybe still have a few issues on the roadways.
Yeah, you know, talking about 90 at Leon Creek, we were having this, this image up a lot yesterday, as you can recall. Vastly different right now. You're talking about how it has crested a little bit. Now you can see there, we still have some flooding there along 90. And this is, some progress we're seeing with it cresting. But let's go ahead and show you that it's still closed to the frontage lanes. That is US 90 eastbound and westbound between Military Drive to Callahan Drive. Now, this is according to TxDOT's website. Yes, it is cresting, but right now those frontage lanes still remain closed, so avoid that area for your own safety. Right now we do have a stalled vehicle here off Loop 410 westbound right at Fredericksburg Road. We're seeing some delay here right now, and this is pretty unusual for this early in the morning, but we're going to be monitoring the roadways throughout the day. But we want to show you our road weather map. Just in comparison, yesterday, if you were with us, it was a bunch of different colors. Right now, everything looks pretty steady so far, although we do have a crash that also just popped up into our system right now. So we'll be taking a look at that here in the next few minutes. But let's go ahead and bring it to our inbound times right now. Coming in from Bernie, we still have a 25-minute commute time to the downtown San Antonio area. And if you are coming in from Bulverde on 281, 27 minutes at this time and 26 minutes on 35 coming in from New Braunfels. So I'm going to go ahead and shift the view of TransGuide right now because this also just popped up here. It looks like we do have a rollover crash that may be near UTSA Boulevard. We're going to go ahead and watch that one and get it pinpointed on the map and have more of that coming up in the next few minutes right here on GMSA.
Well, flooding has caused more than $1 million worth of damage to a construction project along Highway 90 near Leon Creek. A container broke away from drainage pipes installed in those holes. The damage caused the holes to fill up. Water then shot up into the air like a geyser. The damage will likely push back those construction projects in that area. 8 more victims of the condominium collapse in Florida have now been identified, bringing the death toll to 36.
More than 100 people are still unaccounted for. ABC's Elizabeth Schulze has the latest.
Strong winds and heavy rain from Tropical Storm Elsa are battering parts of Florida and threatening the search and rescue effort at the site of the condo collapse in Surfside. Rescuers were forced to stop digging through the rubble for 2 hours Tuesday because of lightning, continuing their search amid pummeling rain and wind.
We have a meteorologist embedded in the team right with them on the mound to provide any weather updates to make sure that they are safe.
After crews demolished the remaining part of Champlain Tower South Sunday, officials sounded hopeful the expanded search could lead to survivors trapped in open spaces. But nearly 2 weeks after the initial collapse, and with no one found alive since those first few hours after, the tone is turning increasingly somber.
Unfortunately, we're not seeing anything positive that continues in that sense. The key things we're looking for all throughout in regards to voice space, livable spaces, we're not coming across that.
Reporters getting their first up-close look at the site, a 30-foot pile of shattered concrete and twisted steel, spanning about half the length of a football field. The debris now getting sorted at a nearby warehouse as part of the investigation.
We're in a search and rescue mode. It's an active investigation, and we're focused right now. Our primary goal right now is to bring closure to the families.
Later today, a nonprofit raising money for the victims and their families will announce how many millions of dollars will be distributed. Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, Washington.
Meanwhile, this morning, Elsa continues to pound the Florida Keys with rain and gusty winds. National Weather Service says the tropical storm packing winds as high as 70 miles an hour. The storm, which briefly was a hurricane, is expected to make landfall this morning somewhere between the Tampa area and the Big Bend region. In addition to damaging winds and heavy rains, the Miami-based U.S. National Hurricane Center warning of life-threatening storm surges, flooding, and isolated tornadoes. Warnings are now issued for a long stretch of Florida coastline.
The Delta variant of coronavirus now accounts for more than half of all the new cases in the U.S. That's according to estimates from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The CDC estimates the variant, first seen in India, accounts for nearly 52% of new infections in the U.S. The Alpha variant that has dominated for months now accounts for 29% of cases. The CDC also says the Gamma variant, which has dominated in Brazil, now accounts for about 9% of cases in the U.S.
Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick says Republicans will not revive changes to Sunday voting or wording that would have made it easier for judges to overturn elections. Patrick says that neither measure will be included in a new elections bill when lawmakers return for a special session. It'll be their first time back at the Texas Capitol since Democrats staged a dramatic late-night walkout to block what had been one of America's most restrictive voting measures. Governor Greg Abbott has demanded new elections laws and vetoed funding for the legislative branch after the walkout. Right now it's 4:37, about 74 degrees.
And coming up next, Game 1 of the NBA Finals in the books. We're going to have a wrap-up on last night's game between the Suns and the Bucks, plus a big win for the San Antonio Missions.
Yeah, that happened at a drenched Wolf Stadium yesterday. They had the thing covered up during those morning and afternoon thunderstorms, but they dried out just in time for the ball game. This morning, quite a few clouds over San Antonio. We have an eye on the sky after those storms. We'll be right back. Time for a look at morning sports, just about 4:41. NBA Finals started last night in Phoenix. Suns hosting the Bucks in Game 1 right here on KSAT 12. Chris Paul delivered an NBA Finals debut for the Suns, well worth the wait. Paul had 32 points and 9 assists. Devin Booker scored 27 for Phoenix. Even the returning Giannis Antetokounmpo for Milwaukee was not enough. Suns win 118-105 in Game 1. Paul scored 16 points during a sensational third quarter and is finally playing for a title in his 16th year. Meanwhile, Antetokounmpo did his best for the Bucks. He had 20 points, 17 rebounds after missing 2 games with a hyperextended left knee. So the Bucks will have to play from behind again after dropping Game 1 for the 3rd straight series.
I saw the shots they was giving me, and I was just missing them. So I just kept trying to be aggressive. My guys got going, and campaign and all the coaches been talking about us playing with pace. Yeah. I'm the old head that like to slow it down sometimes, but in this series, we got to play with pace.
Game 2 of the NBA Finals tomorrow night starting at 8 right here on KSAT. Series moves to Milwaukee Sunday and next Wednesday. After their first-round exit from the NBA playoff, the defending NBA champion LA Lakers are eyeing Spurs' DeMar DeRozan in a possible sign-and-trade deal. That's according to NBAanalysis.net. Spurs can negotiate a new contract with DeRozan before August 1st for 4 years and almost $150 million. If not, he becomes an unrestricted free agent on August 2nd. Grounds crew did a great job out at the Wolf last night getting things ready. Missions taking on the Sod Poodles of Amarillo for the first time ever. Took an extra inning and back and forth battle, but the Missions were able to send fans home and happy with a 10th inning walk-off single. San Antonio wins 5-4. Our Missions are now 27-28 on the season. The series continues tonight out at Wolf Stadium.
Well, I'm glad they beat the Sod Poodles.
The Amarillo Sod Poodles.
Good game. Time now, 4:42 and 74 degrees for now.
Up next, why the U.S. Olympic track and field team is leaving one of its star runners off the roster for the Tokyo Summer Olympics.
And welcome back. It's about 4:45. Sprinter Sha'Carri Richardson won't be running in the Tokyo Olympics after USA Track and Field left her off the team. ABC's Zoreen Shah has the details in today's GMA First Look.
In this morning's GMA First Look, the U.S. Olympic track and field team leaving star runner Sha'Carri Richardson off the roster for the Tokyo Olympics after coming in first at the Olympic trials.
Who's going to Tokyo? We're about to find out.
She was expected to compete for a gold medal. After that win, Sha'Carri told NBC Sports reaching the Olympics was a lifelong dream.
I am an Olympian. A dream since I've been young. Being happy is an understatement.
But that happiness was short-lived. The 21-year-old athlete was disqualified last week after testing positive for THC, the active ingredient in marijuana, violating the anti-doping policy. Over the weekend, Richardson tweeting, "I'm sorry I can't be y'all Olympic champ this year, but I promise I'll be your world champ next." Coming up at 7 a.m., more from the U.S. ATF. With your GMA First Look, I'm Zoreen Shah, ABC News, New York.
Time check, 4:46.
And let's go ahead and take a look at an accident, I believe, at I-10 and De Zavala. How's it looking, Stephen?
Pretty busy start for this Wednesday morning, Mark and Steph. This is actually a rollover that's happening not too far from UTSA Boulevard. We got a shot here at TransGuide. You can see that we do have first responders already out on the scene. They've been there for a little while now. Looks like this is a rollover accident on the frontage road lanes. Taking you to the map, though, it's actually right before UTSA Boulevard. We had it here at UTSA Boulevard because the fire page was reporting that, but TxDOT is reporting that's just before it on those westbound lanes right on I-10 on the frontage road. But we want to bring your attention to another crash that's also happening here off I-10 eastbound at Ackerman. You can see not causing any real issues right now. We are seeing a little bit of yellow, but that's typically usual in this spot around this time of the morning. But we are watching things closely. A stall also still out here along Loop 410 westbound at Fredericksburg Road. But we want to bring your attention back here to 90 at Leon Creek. You can see that we still have some flooding out there, and in fact TxDOT is reporting that the frontage road lanes eastbound and westbound are closed from Military Drive to Callahan. It was quite the situation and scene yesterday. We had several crews that were out there monitoring that particular area and several road closures, in fact. But bringing it here to TransGuide, I actually want to jump over here, show you US 90 at Leon Creek. Justin said that the water was crusty now, so hopefully that's a good sign for our early morning commuters.
Thank you, Stephen. Leon Creek remains in the headlines this morning. Justin?
It does. It has crested, as Stephen just mentioned. It looks so much better there on the TransGuide picture. It was the fourth highest crest, though, we've seen in history with Leon Creek. Of course, we all remember 1998. 2013 was a big year for rainfall. So was 2002. This ranks right up there. This was the fourth highest crest at 25.79 feet. Now all that rain is going downstream. And of course, everything feeds here into the San Antonio River. So now we've got flood warnings for the San Antonio River. Good news here, just moderate flooding expected. So some of those low-lying areas, some of the farmland out there may take on a little bit of water. It is expected to recede tomorrow. And the impacts are basically going to be below San Antonio, south of San Antonio, down to Floresville. We'll keep an eye on it. But again, all that rain starting to move down the rivers and towards the coast. Do want to pass along, too, we have a new flash flood watch that is in effect. That includes Karnes County, DeWitt County, Lavaca counties here in our viewing area. And that's because some of the heaviest of the rain is going to be a little bit closer to the coast. Those counties could be affected with some of that heavier rain. This is going to go through Friday morning. Looking at the current setup, we have a low pressure system sitting across South Texas. You can see the spin right there. So it's on this side of it that we're seeing some good moisture influx along the coast and some of that deeper convection and heavier rain. That's where we're going to see some flooding issues, as I showed you where that flash flood watch is. But as we get into the afternoon, these lows tend to sort of unfurl, if you will, or uncoil a little bit, and you'll see more coverage once we get some daytime heating. So we are expecting some showers and storms as we get into the afternoon. And here locally, we are starting to see a few showers here across Karnes County, and some of this is working into Wilson County as well, but nothing at the moment here in San Antonio. Looks like we'll stay dry through much of the morning before we get into the afternoon, and we start to see some of those scattered downpours. This is noontime today. We fast forward to 6 o'clock, and we're seeing some of those downpours moving east to west across the city. Everything dies down again tonight, and then tomorrow we do it all over again. That low's still there. So we'll see the more scattered activity Thursday as well. Here's what our forecast looks like today. About a 50% chance of rain as we get into the afternoon. Because of the cloud cover, because of that chance for rain, temperatures stay on the comfortable side, mid-80s. 74 right now, cloudy skies, northeasterly winds at about 7 miles per hour in most places in the 70s. 74 Helotes, 69 Bandera, 72 in Kerrville. And as we go out west, Del Rio not reporting there, but 73 Carrizo Springs and 76 in Cotulla. Very quickly, we do have to talk about Elsa just off the west coast of Florida right now. Winds are at 65 miles per hour, so it's a strong tropical storm, and it is forecast to make landfall a little bit later this morning there on the west coast of Florida. Winds probably about 60 miles per hour. It'll very quickly get picked up, pushed up the east coast, bringing heavy rain along the way, but Florida is in for some heavy rain there today too. 50% chance for us this afternoon, 40% chance Thursday and Friday, but there will be some pockets of heavy rain. Temperatures stay in the mid-80s. By the weekend, though, rain chances come down, temperatures come up, and we're talking 90s by next week. Still, though, with some small rain chances there in the forecast, guys.
Thank you for the update, Justin. 451, about 73 degrees.
Coming up next, the previews are finally almost over for Marvel's Black Widow, plus details on a new series featuring characters from Disney's Monsters, Inc.
Here are your lottery numbers. Pick 3, 926, Fireball 6, Daily 4, 1835, Fireball 2.
Cash 5, 7, 14, 19, 26, 30. And your Mega Millions, 18, 47, 63, 68, 69, Mega Ball 14, Mega Flyer 3. Good luck.
Welcome back. A new Marvel movie is finally set to debut in theaters, and Disney's Monsters, Inc. gets a new series.
For the latest on what's happening in Hollywood, here's ABC's Jason Nathanson.
The first Marvel movie in over 2 years hits theaters and streaming Friday. Black Widow focuses on Scarlett Johansson's Natasha Romanoff character. The first time she's getting her own standalone film. It was supposed to be released last year, but it was delayed by the pandemic. Director Kate Shortland tells ABC News what you'll see this weekend is exactly what you would have seen in 2020.
It was done and hands off. We finished the film about a year ago, and we haven't touched it since.
Black Widow hits theaters and Disney Plus on Friday.
Hold it.
Out today on Disney Plus, the monsters we know and love from Pixar have their own series. Monsters at Work continues the stories from the Monsters, Inc. universe with the voices of Billy Crystal.
We are funny to keep the lights running.
John Goodman and more.
You graduated top of your class.
Back for more scary fun.
Actually, we don't scare anymore. Now we're laugh power. Sorry about that.
Another sign things are returning to normal in the world. Stars arriving to open the Cannes Film Festival, which started yesterday. Jodie Foster signed some autographs. Adam Driver waved to fans, as did Spike Lee, the first black president of the Cannes Film Festival jury. Cannes runs through July 17th.
Hey!
And peace and love for Ringo Starr, the Beatles drummer, turning 81 today, while former Fifth Harmony singer Ally Brooke is 28. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Wow, 81. Time now, 4:56 and 74 degrees.
Still ahead on GMSA, we'll have the very latest on Elsa as it brushes up against the Florida coastline.
And parents, get ready for a new request for those birthdays in the Christmas list. Nintendo is out with a new version of its popular Switch console. Details on the new features ahead in Tech Bites.
From this space to cyberspace, a local artist who has become an internet sensation. I'm Katrina Weber. I'll tell you more about him in the next If These Walls Could Talk. That's coming up.
And as we look at TransSky, we have this kind of weird black and white shot of 90 out there at Leon Creek, which Justin reports has now crested and has begun to recede.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Making headlines this morning, Elsa is coming ashore along Florida's Gulf Coast, bringing with it gusty winds and heavy rain.
Outside with live cam after flooding around here for the last couple of days. We need about 4 or 5 days to dry out and no more rain, but it may not work out that way today. Good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday, July 7th.
Thanks for joining us this morning. And the good news, Justin says for the most part, things look like they're going to calm down.
Calm down for now. The chance, I guess, moves in later today, Justin?
That's exactly right, guys. We expect more scattered downpours. Now, I don't think we're going to see that big swath of heavy rain that we were looking at yesterday morning. So the flood threat comes down a little bit. However, with all that being said, we still got to be careful. Some of these downpours we could see today will produce some heavy rain. Let's first start with the issues at hand here. San Antonio River does have a flood warning on it. We're expecting the river to crest at 41.8 feet. This would just be moderate flooding. Keep in mind all that water that's coming out of Leon Creek, all the creeks flowing now into the San Antonio River. And so it's going to be a little bit swelled as all that water works down towards the coast. So we're talking about San Antonio south down to Floresville. This is expected to recede by tomorrow, but it will peak, we think, this morning, 41.8 feet, which is moderate. Some of the low-lying areas could take on a little bit of water. We also have flash flood watches now in effect for Karnes, DeWitt, and Lavaca counties. This is going to go until 7 a.m. Friday. Basically, these are kind of our far southeastern counties here that are a little closer to the coast, and that's where we could see some of the heavier rain today. I think there will be some big totals down there along the Texas coast. Here's the radar, and you can see where the heavy rain is right now. Southeast of Victoria, right down there from Corpus, Port A, all the way up the coast to Houston and Galveston. That's where you're going to run into heavy rain. But as we get into the afternoon, you're going to start to see some scattered downpours rotate into San Antonio and surrounding areas. We're going to call for about a 40 to 50% chance of rain. Temperatures today, just like yesterday, will be kept down some thanks to cloud cover and a few cooling rain showers. We're thinking high temperatures back in the upper 80s this afternoon. Easterly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Will we keep this pattern going? That's the big question. We'll take a look at that coming up here in just a couple minutes. But the roadways busy again this morning, Stephen.
Yeah, you know, Justin, just because the rain is not here right now doesn't mean that the roads are any less busy, than what was yesterday. We're taking a look at a crash that's happening out over here. A view from TransGuide shows a pretty busy scene here at I-10 East at Loop 410. You can see that we do have some flashing lights indicating that we have first responders out on the scene. Now, taking you to the map, TxDOT is actually reporting a crash here at I-10 eastbound right at Ackerman. You can see that we're starting to see a little bit of a buildup there along 410. Not much on I-10 right now where that crash again is being reported, but we're watching that one pretty closely. But the morning is just picking up and we're starting to see these crashes coming in. This crash that we told you about is a rollover I-10 westbound on the frontage road right before UTSA Boulevard. We still have a scene out there as well. First responders working to get these crashes cleared, so just be sure to move over and give them plenty of room. We're also still have this stall out over here off Loop 410 westbound right at Fredericksburg Road. Overall, a pretty busy morning on the roadways, but one place you're going to want to continue to avoid is right over here off US 90 eastbound and westbound. Those frontage roads are still closed, guys, and that's because of the flooding from yesterday, and that's going to be between Military Drive to Callahan Road. As you saw, the water was receding a little bit, which is a good sign that that road could be opening soon, but we do want to be watching that very closely and seeing how things are going to be picking up. Our inbound times show things are looking pretty green so far. Coming in from Seguin on I-10, we have 28 minutes. Lavernia on 87 to the downtown San Antonio area, 22 minutes, and 28 minutes coming in from Floresville. Bringing it back here to TransGuide, off to a busy start, but we got your back and we'll be watching these roads closely. Mark, Steph.
The rain has stopped for the moment, but there are still many areas around San Antonio dealing with flooding.
Max Massey has been following the situation at Leon Creek throughout the last 24 hours, and he joins us now live near Highway 151. Max, how does it look out there?
Yes, guys, if you joined us yesterday, you would have seen that we were actually on the road much further up. The water has receded a lot, but follow me down here. This is part of the road. Now, a lot of this road, this is an access road, at least it's supposed to be. It was completely flooded over yesterday, and I'm going to have you follow me down. Parts of the road completely ripped up. and keep following down. Look at that. Part of the metal median ripped off the side of the road, now perpendicular to what people would be driving through. And if you can see, that water is still going over the roadway, or at least what is supposed to be a roadway. The water is still moving very quickly. But if you did join us yesterday, you would have seen that the water seemed like it was only a couple feet from touching the highway. That clearly has receded a lot, probably about 10, 15 feet lower than what we saw yesterday. But guys, it is not just the roadways here at Highway 51, not just the roads that are being affected. We know a lot of houses, a lot of local businesses also being affected. So coming up at 5:30, we're going to tell you about the Comfort Cafe, the damage that they're seeing, and what comes next. Guys, back to you.
In response to the flooding, the city of San Antonio is opening up a shelter with partners from the Red Cross. City officials not planning to mandate evacuations, but they are offering a shelter at Burbank High School for those who do not feel safe at home. Pets are welcome, and those needing transportation can call 311.
And we will continue to bring you the latest weather information around the clock. More pictures, more video, and more details on all developing stories continue to be added online. You can check out all the information you need at KSAT.com.
5:05 right now. Elsa was downgraded overnight to a tropical storm, taking aim at the west coast of Florida right now with flooding rains and a dangerous storm surge.
Landfall is expected soon, and it comes as the Coast Guard searches right now for 9 people missing at sea during the storm. Here's ABC's Zareen Shah.
This morning, Elsa is barreling over the Gulf of Mexico, just hours away from expected landfall along Florida's west coast. Boats in downtown St. Petersburg overnight rocking in the howling wind. The eye is staying off the coast for now, but it's unleashing heavy rain and 70-mile-per-hour winds on land. Conditions worsen quickly in St. Petersburg Tuesday. This time-lapse video showing clouds enveloping a bridge in just minutes.
They say it's going to be close to 3 foot, so do the best we can.
The storm coming early in hurricane season. Florida's west coast has not seen a hurricane make landfall in July in 134 years. Elsa is on track to hit just north of Tampa, where 6 to 10 inches of rain are expected, along with up to 5 feet of storm surge.
Why this is a big deal? You have so many buildings, such a huge population, low-lying. You've had sea level rise of late. The boulevard that we're standing along floods regularly, even in a bad thunderstorm. So we do anticipate that will be covered in water in parts of Tampa.
200 members of Florida's National Guard are on standby. Tourist attractions in the state are closed, and Tampa's airport has suspended operations until later this morning. And now a search and rescue operation is underway in the rough waters off Key West. The Coast Guard tweeting these dramatic images showing rescuers saving 15 people after a cargo ship spotted the group in the water. The Coast Guard says it believes 9 people were still missing overnight. Zoreen Shah, ABC News, New York.
If you're traveling anywhere in the southeast U.S. today, check ahead on those flights. 5:07, about 74 degrees.
Get ready for this to be on Christmas lists this year. We're going to tell you about the updated version of Nintendo's popular Switch console.
And next, important information you need to know so you can stay safe while swimming with your kids this summer.
And taking a look outside with live cam this morning, we're at 74 degrees. Pretty calm right now, but we are expecting a little bit more rain, but not as much as yesterday. We'll be right back.
5:11, summertime is here. That means you and your kids are probably outside enjoying the beautiful weather. There's a good chance you're also doing a lot of swimming.
And while we're blessed to live in a region of Texas with a warm climate and easy access to tons of rivers and lakes, it's important to make sure your kids are safe while they're having fun in the water. Dr. Jindy Haug, a local pediatrician, says simply knowing where your child is can go a long way in keeping them safe, especially if you have a pool in the backyard.
They can use the dog door to go outside, and you don't know where they are for 5 minutes, and sometimes that's all it takes.
Dr. Haug says drowning deaths are the #1 preventable cause of death in kids that are aged 1 to 4.
5:12 and about 74 degrees.
And still ahead, Microsoft is updating its popular Teams software. We're going to tell you about the newest feature.
Folks are still trying to catch them all. Pokemon Go celebrating 5 years. We'll tell you how much money the popular app has made so far.
Your mission: stand up to moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis and take it on with Rinvoq. Rinvoq, a once-daily pill, can dramatically improve symptoms. Rinvoq helps tame pain, stiffness, swelling, and for some, Rinvoq can even significantly reduce RA fatigue. That's Rinvoq relief. With RA, your overactive immune system attacks your joints. Rinvoq regulates it to help stop the attack.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious infections and blood clots, sometimes fatal, have occurred, as have certain cancers, including lymphoma, and tears in the stomach or intestines, and changes in lab results. Your doctor should monitor your blood work. Tell your doctor about any infections, and if you are or may become pregnant while taking Rinvoq.
Take on RA. Talk to your rheumatologist about Rinvoq relief. Rinvoq. Make it your mission. If you can't afford your medicine, AbbVie may be able to help.
It is now 5:15. Nintendo introducing a new Switch model with a larger OLED screen. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has details in today's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Nintendo makes it official. A new Switch with a larger 7-inch display will be released in the fall. Some other features include an adjustable stand, double the built-in storage, and improved audio. It goes on sale in early October for $350. Microsoft Teams is making room for all meeting sizes, including small gatherings. Before, the Together mode featured in Teams required at least 5 people, but a new update will allow you to activate meetings in a virtual environment with just 2 participants. And it's a very lucrative birthday for Pokemon Go. The reality game is marking its 5th anniversary by breaking the $5 billion revenue barrier. Players spent more than $1 billion last year, over 40% more than 2019. Pokemon Go Fest is set for this month. Go catch 'em all. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
Time to check traffic.
Let's go ahead and check in on that overturned vehicle with Stephen Cavazos.
Yeah, and that's just one of the issues that we're spotting this morning, Mark and Steph. We still have this crash here of I-10 East at Loop 410. Looks like we're seeing a little bit of progress now that the morning's picking up. Those flashing lights look like they've just reduced to 1 unit out there, and in fact, it looks like they're clearing that scene out. But we still pick up this crash here of I-10 eastbound right at Ackerman. So hopefully that is a good sign. Things are getting moving, and we're starting to see things clear up. But we still do have this rollover, as you talked about, stuff here of I-10 westbound frontage road right before UTSA Boulevard. And I was just looking at TransGuide right now. We still do have a scene out there as well, but it looks like they could be clearing that guy up pretty soon as well. So just take it easy out on the roadway this morning. The roads are a little bit drier than yesterday, but we do want you to drive with caution as well. We still have this stall here. Also, Loop 410 westbound at Fredericksburg Road. Been looking at TransGuide throughout the morning. Looks like that may just be an abandoned vehicle at this point, but we do want to continue to bring your attention here to US 90 eastbound and westbound. Those frontage road lanes are still closed because of that flooding from Leon Creek yesterday, and that's going to be between Military Drive to Callahan Drive. And I think we have a view of that right here, US 90 at Leon Creek. A lot better than yesterday. And coming up later this morning on GMSA, we saw a lot of vehicles that were flooded yesterday. What to do if you're going to go retrieve that today. We have some helpful tips for you coming up.
Thank you, Stephen.
Justin joined us now with the very latest on our flood potential around here, tracking river levels, all sorts of things.
Yeah, we're going to be doing that for a couple days because this water's got to go somewhere, right? We had a ton of water over San Antonio yesterday. It's all coming down those creeks. Leon Creek has crested. It has fallen, as you just saw there on the TransGuide shot, but that's going to flow into the San Antonio River. So south of San Antonio, there's still some moderate flooding expected along the San Antonio River. This is going to recede starting tomorrow, but it will crest, I think today, somewhere around 41.8 feet, which is moderate flooding. It's not major, but it may flood some of those low-lying areas. So heads up for those right along the San Antonio River, Forestville, all the way down to Falls City, really, through today. And as we look at the flash flood watches, we do have some posted for our southeastern counties. This is going to include Karnes, Lavaca, and DeWitt counties. And this is going to go through 7 a.m. Friday. They're close enough to the coast where they're going to experience some of that heavier rain. For us, all it took were 2 days, right? Yesterday and the day before, where we saw pockets and clusters of heavy rain, and that's what brought on the flooding. Otherwise, it's just been these passing afternoon showers, which won't cause too many problems. And I think that's more of what we're going to see today. Here's the setup. You'll notice a lot of the really heavy rain is out in the Gulf of Mexico. See that spin right there? That's our low we've been watching. In the last couple of days, it was a little closer to San Antonio, and that's why we saw that more concentrated heavy rain. Today, it's farther to the south, so it's going to be more scattered activity as this thing sort of unwinds this afternoon. We typically see that once we get some daytime heating. You'll see the scattering of showers moving east to west across the area. Radar again does show Brownsville to Corpus all the way up to Galveston. Some pretty heavy rain this morning. A little closer look at the radar in our area. Some showers around Cuero, maybe a few showers Garden City, and if you're in Pleasanton, you're about to get a quick shower there. Nothing too terribly heavy. In San Antonio is on the dry side of things right now. Here's what the forecast looks like. Our computer model does show that by noontime, we're going to see some scattering of showers out there. And then by the afternoon, probably a little bit more coverage. We're thinking 40 to 50% chance of rain today. And then as we get into tonight, you'll see things sort of shrink and die down a little bit. And then tomorrow morning, we start it all over again. Heavy rain along the coast, and that's why those flash flood watches are in place. And some of that activity swings into San Antonio by Thursday afternoon. If you're feeling waterlogged and hoping that the rain will end, there is some hope. I think we'll get some lower rain chances by the weekend, and temperatures will warm up some. Forecast for today, as I mentioned, 40 to 50% chance rain. Temperatures stay in the 80s. That really has been a great thing. It has not been all that hot for July. This has been pretty incredible to see numbers like this. 74 degrees, cloudy skies at the airport right now. East-northeasterly winds at about 7 miles per hour. And we've got 60s and 70s this morning. 73 New Braunfels, 73 Canyon Lake, 68 out there in Los Maples. Very comfortable 68 in Rock Springs, and some mid-70s down to the south. Here's what our forecast looks like for today, next couple days. 50% chance of rain today, 40% chance Thursday, some pockets of heavy rain through Friday, 40% chance. And notice temperatures stay right there in the mid-80s. As we get into the weekend, rain chances start to come down. 30% chance Saturday, 20% chance Sunday. As a result, temperatures come up into the low 90s. We are going to watch Monday. Weak frontal boundary tries to work in from the north. Don't think it'll make it here, but it may enhance rain chances just a little bit. And we'll even get some rain chances. Looks like Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. It remains an odd pattern. We don't have that heat high that a lot of times this time of year likes to sit over top of us. It's been displaced, and we are feeling the benefits, if you will, just a little too much of a good thing sometimes, like yesterday, guys.
That's true. We'll take it, though. Thank you, Justin.
521, about 74 degrees.
Up next in your morning spotlight, Elmo adopts a stray puppy, plus director Richard Donner is being remembered.
Here are your lottery numbers. Pick 3, 9, 2, 6, Fireball 6, Daily 4, 1, 8, 3, 5, Fireball 2.
Cash 5, 7, 14, 19, 26, 30. And your Mega Millions, 18, 47, 63, 68, 69, Mega Ball 14, Megaplier 3. Good luck.
Today in entertainment news, a popular film director is remembered.
And a certain little red character gets a friend. Here's CNN's David Daniel with the Hollywood Minute.
Elmo was wondering, what should we call the puppy?
Pet adoption rates rose during the pandemic, and Sesame Street's Elmo is getting in on the action with a stray puppy named Tango. In a new animated special and future Sesame Street episodes, young viewers will learn how to safely care for, play with, and love pets. Furry Friends Forever, Elmo Gets a Puppy debuts August 5th on HBO Max.
I think you're in great shape for a man your age, Mr. Brown.
Thank you, Paddington. Another furry favorite is coming back for more. Studio Canal announced at the Cannes Film Festival, filming on Paddington 3 will begin next year. The first 2 films in the series have scored with both audiences and critics.
Thank you.
The Hollywood Historic Trust paid tribute to director Richard Donner, placing flowers at his Hollywood Walk of Fame star. Donner, who died Monday, was a prolific filmmaker. His directing credits included The Omen, Superman with Christopher Reeve, The Goonies, Lady Hawk, and Lethal Weapon and its sequels. Richard Donner was 91. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Right now it's 526. It's about 73 degrees.
And still ahead on GMSA, officials in Surfside, Florida say the death toll in the condominium collapse continues to rise. We're going to have an update and take a look at how emergency crews are responding to Elsa as it approaches Florida's western coast.
Subway giving away free sandwiches. We'll tell you when you can get one and also about their brand new menu.
And a new pet is wanting so much to go home with you today. Mike will tell us about this cutie coming up.
And one of our bigger stories this morning is the weather in the aftermath of the flooding range yesterday. Ahead on GMSA at 6, we continue our team coverage live and in studio. As Tropical Storm Elsa tracks towards Florida, recovery crews in Surfside reveal more bad news at the site of that collapsed condominium.
I'm Max Massey. We are here on an access road, or at least what is supposed to be an access road of 151, but this flooding causing a lot of damage. You can see the road ripped up. You can see so much of this damage, but it is not just roadways, it is also local homes and local businesses. Coming up, we're going to explain.
And taking a look outside with live cam this morning, no rain in this shot. It's about 73 degrees out there, but yeah, we are seeing some of those flooded areas recede at this time.
Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday. It is July 7th. Justin is in for Mike this morning, and we're all kind of keeping a wary eye on showers and storms down along the Texas coast.
We do need a break here, I think, from some of this heavier rain, and right now most of that heavy rain is down along the Texas coast. Coastal bend here, stretching from Corpus all the way to Galveston. So there are going to be some issues down there. Flash flood watches have been posted. That does include parts of our area, and I'll show you that here in just a second. But this rain is trying to work its way to the north and west. It'll take a while longer before we get some scattered activity here around San Antonio. So things are dry for right now. Go ahead and grab the umbrella, though, as you're heading out the door, because there are more chances today. Flash flood watch is in effect until 7 a.m. tomorrow, or 7 a.m. Friday, I should say. That does include Karnes County, Lavaca County, DeWitt County, and those are the counties closest to the coast. So that's why they are included in the flash flood watch and could see some heavy rain next couple days. Mold, still very high, 13,910. This does not come as a surprise, right? It'll probably be high today, but folks that are dealing with allergies, there you go. There's the culprit. And our forecast for today keeps us in the 70s and 80s. We'll get rain chances somewhere around 40 to 50% with that scattered afternoon activity especially. And there could be some heavier downpours, but hopefully not seeing the flooding like we were dealing with yesterday. Despite the roads being dry, looks like we do have some issues on the roadways this morning. Let's check in with Stephen for the latest.
Hey, thank you, Justin. Yeah, it's a pretty busy start for this Wednesday, and we're taking a look at this rollover crash still reported out here at I-10 at De Zavala. Take a look. It looks like there's a few units out there at this point, but this is a rollover crash that happened right over here in the frontage lanes of I-10 West, right before UTSA Boulevard. Thankfully, it is still early enough to where we're not seeing big delays or any backups there because of that crash. But if you're heading out in the next few minutes, do use some caution. Give those first responders plenty of room. Things have been clearing up for the most part around the Alamo City and some of our outlying areas, but we're going to continue to keep a close eye right over here off US 90, where we still see some frontage road lanes there on the east and westbound closed because of that high water. And that's going to be between Military Drive to Callahan Road. And we just want to advise you, when you see water over the roadway, you're going to want to avoid that and find an alternative route. Never attempt to drive over it. As we mentioned earlier, if your vehicle did sustain some damage because of those flooded waters, well, where do you start? Well, one of the first things you're going to want to do is not start your vehicle. Vehicles can take on corrosive water, and that could carry debris that damages your car. And this is according to AAA. What you're going to want to do first is contact your insurance provider and make sure you use a trusted provider, mechanic, or dealership to tow your car so it can get repaired. So that's just some friendly advice and tips from AAA Texas. But bringing it here to our inbound times, things are pretty good right now. If you take a look, Pleasanton, 28 minutes on 37. We are taking a look at 35 as well. Pretty green so far. 17 minutes coming in from Lytle, and coming in from 90 on Castroville, or coming in from 90 from Castroville. We're looking at 18 minutes to the downtown San Antonio area. Bringing it back here to TransGuide. Looks like that crash may have cleared off I-10 at De Zavala, so some good updates here for you, but we'll be watching the roads. Mark, Steph.
Thank you, sir. Road closures, crashes, and high waters rescues yesterday. It was a very busy day on our roadways because of flooding rains, and this morning we're still seeing the aftermath.
Max Massey joins us live at Leon Creek off of Highway 90. And Max, you say the access road there is still closed.
Yes, guys, it is closed and for good reason. Follow me down here. This is part of the road. I mean, it is in shambles right now. And then if you follow this damage, you can see the guardrail right in the middle of the road. Past that, you see the fast-moving water. And guys, it is not just the roadways that have been affected. We know local homes and businesses also feeling the brunt of this rain. Volunteers and workers at Comfort Cafe on Bandera Road, a busy day of cleanup yesterday after the Zarzamora Creek flooded their building. Owner and executive director Terry Lopez says once the roads were finally open, they arrived to find debris in and around their property. Their picnic tables and fences knocked down, washed to the back of the parking lot. Even a wall had been washed away during that high water flooding yesterday. Now, Terry telling us that about 4.5 feet of water was inside the building, causing at least about $500,000 in damage. Despite the loss of the building, they do plan to move forward.
A lot of the servers were a little, upset and looking at it, but we support each other and they're not in it alone.
Can Can you see that crane? All right, guys. And Comfort Cafe, a nonprofit that serves recovering addicts. They recently opened another location off Highway 410. Now, you can see how you can help out the business, the industry. Just head to KSAT.com. But back here at home, right next to Highway 90, this road ripped up. But if you can see behind me, I know it's very dark. In the distance, there's a crane, and that is because there are multiple municipal projects going on in this area. I talked to construction crews. We're going to have the details on what comes next coming up at 6 o'clock.
Thank you, Max. 5:35. Officials in Surfside, Florida say the death toll in the Champlain Towers South condominium collapse has risen to 36 after 8 more victims were recovered.
The already painstaking search and rescue operation faces more challenges as Tropical Storm Elsa closes in on Florida. CNN's Karen Kaifa has the latest on the efforts.
Battling Elsa's outer bands, rescuers in Surfside, Florida recovered 8 more bodies from the site of the Champlain Towers South condominium collapse Tuesday, bringing the death toll to 36.
I ask all of you around the world who are continuing to follow this story to please keep these victims and these families in your hearts and prayers.
109 people remain unaccounted for as the search and rescue operation marks day 14 on Wednesday. Some families think they are out of time.
I had hope for the first week, maybe, but after the first week, I lost that hope.
Officials still not conceding.
We're in a search and rescue mode. It's an active investigation, and we're focused right now. Our primary goal right now is to bring closure to the families.
5 million pounds of debris have already been removed from the site. The already challenging work made more complex as Elsa churned closer to South Florida.
We have a meteorologist embedded in the team right with them on the mound to provide any weather updates to make sure that they are safe.
After Tuesday's lightning and winds, rain from Elsa is possible in Surfside through Wednesday morning. The storm's greatest impact is expected on the other side of the state, along Florida's North Gulf Coast. I'm Karen Kaifa reporting.
Also in Florida, U.S. Coast Guard believes 9 people are missing after a group was found in the water off Key West yesterday. It says a passing ship in the area rescued 2 people, and the Coast Guard responded, says it's got another 13 people out of the water. The search for the others continues even as Tropical Storm Elsa moves along Florida's coast.
And as the security situation in Afghanistan continues to deteriorate, U.S. Central Command has announced that more than 90% of the U.S. withdrawal is now complete. It comes days after U.S. and NATO forces flew out of Bagram Air Base, once the nerve center of U.S. operations in America's 20-year war. Since President Biden announced the withdrawal back in April, lots of equipment has been flown back to the U.S. 650 U.S. Marines will remain in Afghanistan to protect the U.S. Embassy, while other U.S. troops will secure the international airport until a permanent arrangement is reached with Turkish forces.
Real quick, we have some breaking news now out of the Caribbean island nation of Haiti. Apparently, that country's president has been assassinated after a group of unidentified people attacked his private residence. We're trying to get more information on this breaking international story right here on GMSA.
For now, it's 5:38 and about 73 degrees right now.
Still ahead on the morning show, Subway fans will soon have new choices on the menu.
Also next, too much of a good thing, why sitting in front of screens is leading to a rise in nearsightedness in kids.
And outside with live cam, watching storms down along the Texas coast. Will they make it to the Alamo City area later today? We'll check in with Justin. 5:41. If you've been worried about how much time your kids, even yourself, have spent in front of screens, your instincts are right. During the pandemic, nearsightedness has become more and more common.
As Ursula Perry explains, myopia is on the rise in kids, and you can blame cell phones, computer monitors, and even TV screens for the growing problem.
No doubt about it, the COVID quarantine has meant isolation and boredom for kids, and this is a very familiar scene for many families.
Every time I see them, they're either on the phone or on their computer.
But all that screen time may be leading to more cases of nearsightedness. That's when you can see things up close but not far away. In the U.S., only 25% of the population suffered from nearsightedness in the 70s. Today, it's 42%. Experts say one big reason is kids are getting less natural sunlight. Focusing your eyes in the daylight can delay the onset of nearsightedness. And the blue light from screens can cause another problem that doctors call digital eye strain.
So what's that? Vision becomes blurry, eyes become fatigued, sometimes red. It's very frequent to start getting headaches.
A Canadian study revealed that during the COVID lockdown, 8-year-olds spent an average of more than 5 hours a day in front of screens for fun, with more screen time needed for their school. Experts say try the 20-20-20 practice with your kids. That means you take regular breaks every 20 minutes to look at something 20 feet away for 20 seconds.
The World Health Organization says at this rate, about half of the world's entire population will be myopic or nearsighted by the year 2050. That's why researchers are saying one thing you can also do is make sure your kids get out of their rooms and enjoy the outdoors as much as possible. Ursula Perry, KSAT 12 News.
5:43, about 73 degrees.
Subway getting ready to debut a whole new menu. We're going to tell you about the changes and a way to get a free sandwich.
Okay, can you hear? Boy, your motor is just going 90 to nothing. Michelle is here from the Animal Defense League, and these little kitties, who are they?
Oh, so meat, this is pepperoni, and this is mushroom. Someone was hungry when we were naming them. So these babies are 2 months old. They're available for...
Coming up here on GMA, we are watching for Tropical Storm Elsa, which has passed us but is still pushing water into these channels and the bays around Tampa. We will see it make landfall. We will track it for you as it makes its way through the southeast and even up the east coast. I'm going to have all of those details for you and so much more coming up right here on GMA.
Ahead in our next half hour of GMSA, or hour rather, we'll hear from a local pediatrician about swimming safety and what you could do to make sure your kids are safe while having fun in the water. Probably don't know his name, but millions of people have seen his work. Still ahead, Katrina Weber introduces us to Colton Valentine and his famous murals in this week's edition of If These Walls Could Talk. And right now we're checking TransGuide, 281 and Massey. A few more cars on the roads, a far cry from what we were seeing around here yesterday with torrential rain in the Alamo City area. Most of the roads are dry, but we're still seeing some residual flooding down there at 90 and Leon Creek. We're going to check in with Max Massey from that scene coming up.
Good morning, I'm Max Massey. Take a look at all the aftermath of the storms from yesterday. The road is in shambles, the guardrail ripped off, and then see all the fast-moving water moving over the road. We're going to explain.
Elsa has been downgraded to a tropical storm this morning, but still causing major flooding rains and a dangerous storm surge. We'll have details on that.
Here at home, things are looking a little better. Not rain right now. It's at 73 degrees out there, but Justin says to expect a little bit more rain later today.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
And a good morning to you. It is Wednesday, July 7th.
Thanks for joining us. We'll get to weather and traffic in just a moment, but first we are following breaking news out of Haiti.
Haiti's President Jovenel Moïse has been assassinated after a group of people attacked his home. The First Lady Martine Moïse was hospitalized following the attack.
This comes as the country has grown increasingly unstable and frustrated under his rule. The 53-year-old had been ruling by decree for more than 2 years after the country failed to hold elections.
This is a story we're continuing to follow. We'll have more coming up later in our newscast.
But for now, let's go ahead and check in with Justin.
Hey there, good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. We are tracking some more heavy rain along the Texas coast this morning. San Antonio at the moment remains fairly dry. We don't believe that we'll see those big areas of heavy rain like we saw yesterday morning, but there are more scattered downpours on the way. If you're looking for that really heavy rain, you've got to go down to the Texas coast, and that's where I think there will be some issues this morning. Flash flood watches have been posted around Victoria and even for some of our southeastern counties. We now do have a flash flood watch that's going to go through 7 a.m. Friday morning. Again, San Antonio dry for the moment. As we get into the afternoon, though, you'll see some of this moisture rotate in. We'll see more scattered activity moving east to west across the city, and some of those downpours will contain some heavy rains. We got to be very careful here, especially after yesterday with a lot of saturated soil. There's a look at the flash flood watch. It does include Lavaca County, DeWitt, and Karnes County, going through 7 a.m. Or Friday morning, I should say, and folks in those areas want to be very careful here, especially with those creeks and rivers that are already somewhat swollen. Forecast for today, Temperatures in the 70s this morning. We will make it into the mid 80s just like yesterday. We're going to keep it a 40 to 50% chance of rain today. Have the umbrella with you. Be mindful of some of those heavier downpours as we get into the afternoon. And we're going to talk about the 7-day forecast, which does include more rain, if you can believe that, coming up here in just a bit. But we're going to go over to Stephen now, who's been fairly busy this morning, but not as busy as yesterday, right?
That's right. You know, 24 hours ago, the view from TransGuide showed some heavy downpours on the roadways. We were seeing crashes. Again, 24 hours ago, but that can make all the difference. Take a look right now. Things are looking pretty dry here at 281 at Bitters, 1604 at Wiseman. We want to take you over here to our weather, our road weather map, actually, I should say. This basically shows us what the conditions are looking like. Yesterday, as we pointed out, there was a lot of green in the area, which indicated some slick roads and wet roads, I should say, and some blue, which showed some ponding out there. Look at this right now. Pretty dry for our first start here on a Wednesday morning, but we want to take you right over here again to US 90 eastbound at westbound frontage road lanes. Those are still closed between Military Drive to Callahan Road, and that's because there's still some high water out there, according to TxDOT. And in fact, we have an image that we'll show you there in just a minute. But taking you to the inbound times right now, it's a pretty good start as we get this day rolling here. Take a look from the coming in from I-10 from Bernie. We're looking at 24 minutes, and coming in from 281, we got a 25-minute commute time if you're coming in from Bulverde. Coming in from New Braunfels on 35, well, we're looking at 25 minutes right now. I do want to take your attention over here, back here to US 90. Although it is pretty dry, we're still seeing some of those residual effects from that rain. You can see we do have some moving water here. Again, these frontage road lanes east and west are still closed at the moment. I think we have a full report coming up in the next few moments.
All right, thank you very much, Stephen. The weather is calm and quiet for now. We know so many parts of our community dealing with the aftermath of Monday's and Tuesday's storms.
Max Massey joins us live at Leon Creek next to Highway 90. And Max, you've been showing us why the road is closed all morning.
That's right, guys. It's closed for good reason. Come here. Look at this. The roadway is in shambles. And then just behind me, the guardrail ripped off the ground, clearly out of place. And then just past that, we see the water still overflowing from the creek, still moving quickly over the roadway. Here's the thing, guys. This is actually a lot less water that we see now than what we saw yesterday. So let's take a look. Yesterday, this was the scene. Apparently, this container was connected to a pipe that was in those large holes on your screen. The container broke away from that drainage pipe. The hole started to fill up and started shooting water into the air like a geyser. Now, the multiple municipal projects in the area obviously stopped for the time being because of this flooding. A construction crew here tells me at least 2 projects, a tunnel project and a sewer project. SAWS reached out and gave us a quote in part saying, we do have a construction site there for our W6 sewer project. It is not active yet, so the water you're seeing is all flood water and there is no sewer spillage. And guys, we were here yesterday throughout the day. I spoke to a couple construction crew members out here, them telling me they already lost more than $1 million worth of equipment. Also telling me these construction projects could be pushed back more than 2 months. Stephanie, Mark, back to you guys.
Thank you, Max. Due this morning, a man is in the hospital after he was shot on the city's east side. This happened about 9 last night in the 4800 block of Lord Road. That's near MLK Drive and 410. Right now, police do not have much to go on, but here is what we know so far. Investigators tell us there was a shootout between 2 people, and at some point, the victim was shot in the stomach. That suspect took off, and the victim was taken to the hospital. Now, police are trying to figure out how it happened and looking for that person responsible.
Also new this morning, San Antonio Police Crime Stoppers need your help finding a woman who they say is responsible for a robbery at a convenience store on the city's north side. It happened around noon Sunday, June 6th, in the 4700 block of San Pedro Avenue. Police said the woman walked into the Max Mart store and demanded several items from the clerk. When the employee refused, the suspect threatened him. The woman then ran off after the clerk gave her the items. If you have any information that could lead to an arrest, take a look at these images. Call Crime Stoppers 210-224-STOP. You could be eligible for up to a $5,000 reward.
Volunteers and employees at Comfort Cafe on Bandera Road had a busy day of cleanup after the Zarzamora Creek flooded their building. Owner and executive director Terry Lopez says once the roads were open, they arrived to see debris in and around the property. Their picnic tables and fences knocked down and washed to the back of the parking lot, and even a wall had been washed away during the high water flooding. She says about 4.5 feet of water. They found it inside the building and costing about $500,000 in damage despite the loss of that building. building she says they plan to rebuild. Comfort Cafe is a nonprofit that serves recovering addicts.
We'll keep you updated on information you need to know about flooded areas and road closures on air and online. You can also send us pictures and videos to KSAT Connect via our weather app. Just look for pins at the bottom. Our weather team will be updating you with all the new developments. Just visit our website at ksat.com. Elsa was downgraded overnight to a tropical storm, taking aim to the west coast of Florida right now with flooding rains and a dangerous storm surge.
Landfall is expected soon, and it comes as the Coast Guard searches right now for 9 people missing at sea during this storm. Here's ABC's Zoreen Shah.
This morning, Elsa is barreling over the Gulf of Mexico, just hours away from expected landfall along Florida's west coast. Boats in downtown St. Petersburg overnight rocking in the howling wind. The eye is staying off the coast for now, but it's unleashing heavy rain and 70-mile-per-hour winds on land. Conditions worsen quickly in St. Petersburg Tuesday. This time-lapse video showing clouds enveloping a bridge in just minutes.
They say it's going to be close to 3 foot, so do the best we can.
The storm coming early in hurricane season. Florida's west coast has not seen a hurricane make landfall in July in 134 years. Elsa is on track to hit just north of Tampa, where 6 to 10 inches of rain are expected, along with up to 5 feet of storm surge.
Why this is a big deal, you have so many buildings, such a huge population, low-lying. You've had sea level rise of late. The boulevard that we're standing along floods regularly, even in a bad thunderstorm, so we do anticipate that will be covered in water in parts of Tampa.
200 members of Florida's National Guard are on standby. Tourist attractions in the state are closed, and Tampa's airport has suspended operations until later this morning. And now a search and rescue operation is underway in the rough waters off Key West. The Coast Guard tweeting these dramatic images showing rescuers saving 15 people after a cargo ship spotted the group in the water. The Coast Guard says it believes 9 people were still missing overnight. Zoreen Shah, ABC News, New York.
And time now is 6:09, and it's about 73 degrees out there.
The NBA Finals are underway. We have highlights of Game 1 still ahead on GMSA.
Toddler-age children are most at risk of drowning, but simply knowing where they are can be the difference. Next on GMSA, we're going to have some swim safety tips to keep your kids afloat.
Outside with live cam, not a bad start to our day here as we dry out from days of flooding rains. And I got to be honest with you, I'm a little nervous about some of these showers and storms down along the Texas coast early this morning. Justin will get us updated straight ahead on GMSA. Summertime is here. That means when it's not storming, you and your kids are probably outside enjoying some beautiful weather.
But there's also a good chance you're doing a lot of swimming. And while we're blessed to live in a region of Texas with a warm climate and easy access to tons of rivers and lakes, it's important to make sure your kids are safe while they're having fun in the water.
Dr. Jenny Haug, a local pediatrician, says toddler-age children most at risk of drowning, but simply knowing where they are can be the difference.
Many people may not know that actually drowning deaths is the #1 preventable cause of death in kids that are age 1 to 4. So those toddler age group, they're the ones that are going to drown, and they're the ones that we need to be more aware of where they are at all times.
And when it comes to the swimming pool, Dr. Haug says the #1 way to prevent drowning is to have a 4-sided fence around the pool with a gate that works.
Let's check traffic at 6:14. Here's our expert, Steven Cavazos.
Thanks so much, Mark. Steph. Well, again, we're going to continue to keep an eye here off US 90 at Leon Creek. Max is out there as well, but showing you the view right now, we do still have some running water that is out there currently. So just use some caution. And as we advised you, and AAA advises as well, whenever you see running water like that over a roadway, it's best just to avoid it and find an alternative route. And if your vehicle did sustain some water because of that flooding yesterday, well, what do you do? The first thing you're going to want to do is not start your vehicle. You want to make sure that your vehicle stays where it's at for now because that flooding water is pretty corrosive and carries debris that could damage your vehicle a little bit more. So contact your insurance provider and make sure you tow it out of the area using a trusted provider, mechanic, or dealership. Let's go ahead and jump though back here to the maps and show you here US 90 eastbound, westbound frontage road lanes. TxDOT still reporting that there are closed between Military Drive to Callahan Road, and that's because we're still seeing some some of that high water out there, some of the residual effects following that heavy downpour yesterday. We also have a stall out here up Loop 410 northbound at Morrison Road, not causing any issues here on the loop, but something to keep in mind. Also check those vehicles' tires. Make sure your wipers are also working for any potential rain that we could see in the coming days. But bringing it back here to US 90 at Leon Creek, traffic moving over here, but right there, again, we're still seeing a lot of that water, residual effects from yesterday's downpour, guys.
Thank you, Steve. And some scary situations yesterday, Justin.
It was a scary situation, especially along Leon Creek, and that's where we had those big concerns where the water rose so quickly to its 4th highest peak in history since we've been keeping records on that sort of thing. And here's a picture on our KSAT Connect. This is from Camaro 70. Shows that 2 people had to be rescued out of that car there at Lavin and Tellez Avenue. And the car probably took on quite a bit of water. That was good information, by the way, from Stephen there. If your car did see water rise yesterday, did take on some water. And it looks like things are receding, so Leon Creek is doing a lot better this morning. We think it'll continue to come down. We're going to watch the San Antonio River. There's some flood warnings for the river itself. All that water now funneling down into the river and south of town, so you're getting into Floresville and Falls City here. We're going to forecast, or they're calling for a forecast for crest of about 41.8 feet. It probably won't recede until tomorrow. Now, this is moderate flood. This is not going to be the extreme flooding that we were looking at yesterday, but some of those low-lying areas along the river certainly could take on some water. You want to be really careful here as all of this water sort of funnels down to the south and towards the coast. We're also going to watch very closely those closer to the coast, so places like Karnes County, Lavaca County, DeWitt County. Flash flood watch is now in effect. This is going to go through 7 a.m. Friday, and they are close enough to where some of that heavy rain and where that banding of some of that heavy rain will be through the morning time in really next couple of days. And that's going to be the area we're going to watch pretty closely today. You look at the current setup. We have an area of low pressure. Notice where all the heavy rain is, right there along the coast. This will try to spread a little bit further inland, but I think as you get up towards San Antonio, it becomes more scattered by the afternoon. There still is a threat for some heavy rain with anything that develops, that's for sure. We're going to watch it very closely, but I think a bigger threat for flooding now has shifted down towards the Texas coast. Here's a look at the live radar. You can see where the heavy rain is now, just southeast of Victoria, Edna, over to Port Lavaca. Very heavy rain coming down at this hour. North of that, there's not much. We've got a couple of showers here and there. San Antonio is dry, though, at the moment. And here's what our forecast looks like as we go forward in time. Let's fast forward to noontime. We've got some showers out there and scattered activity. And then by 6 o'clock, still some scattered showers and storms. Dies down tonight, then kicks back up again tomorrow. Same setup, same situation. That low doesn't move much, tries to move back down to the west just a little bit. And I think by the time we get into the weekend, things will really start to calm down. So if you're waterlogged, there is lower rain chances on the horizon. For today, though, 40 to 50% chance of rain. Temperatures in the mid-80s this afternoon, so the temperatures will be kept down once again. We've got cloudy conditions at the airport right now. 73 northeasterly winds at about 7. Temperatures in the 70s for most of us, except for the hill country where it's in the 60s right now. 69 Fredericksburg, 68 in Rock Springs. And the forecast for today, 50% chance of rain, 40% chance Thursday and Friday. There still will be some pockets of heavier rain, especially as you get down to the coast. Temperatures in the mid-80s next couple days. By the weekend, rain chances start to come down. We get into a drier pattern, and as a result, temperatures start to rise. 92 Sunday, 92 Monday, and probably low 90s Tuesday as well. Monday, we will watch for a weak frontal boundary that may try to drift a little bit closer. That could kick up rain chances some. But what a stretch of weather we've been dealing with here. Yes, it is unusual in July to see this kind of pattern. And the threat for some heavy rain is there again today, guys.
Well, watch out for it. Thank you, Justin.
620, about 73 degrees.
Go catch them all. Pokemon Go is celebrating its 5-year anniversary with a $9 figure. The details next.
Centrum multi-gummies aren't just great tasting. They're power-packed vitamins that help unleash your energy. Loaded with B vitamins and other key essential nutrients, it's a tasty way to conquer your day. Try Centrum multi-gummies, now with the new look.
To run a growing business is to be on a journey. And along the ride, you'll have many questions, challenges, and a few surprises. Wherever you are on your journey, your Dell Technologies advisor is here for you with the right tech solutions, so you can stop at nothing for your customers.
I tried a laxative that's both gentle and fast.
Great tasting Dalgalac Soft Chews works naturally with the water in your body in as little as 30 minutes. Puts you comfortably in control. Dalgalac Soft Chews.
And Nintendo is making it official. A new Switch with a larger 7-inch display will be released in the fall. Some other features include an adjustable stand, double the built-in storage, and improved audio. It goes on sale in early October for $350. Microsoft Teams is making room for all meeting sizes, including small gatherings. Before, the Together mode feature required at least 5 people, but a new update will allow you to activate virtual meetings with just 2 participants. And it's a very lucrative birthday for Pokemon Go. The reality game is marking its 5th anniversary by breaking the $5 billion revenue barrier. Players spent more than $1 billion last year, over 40% more than 2019. Pokemon Go Fest is set for this month.
Time for a look at morning sports. NBA Finals started up last night in Phoenix. Suns hosting the Bucks in Game 1. You saw right here on ABC and KSAT 12. Chris Paul delivering an NBA Finals debut for the Suns, worth the lengthy wait. Chris Paul had 32 points, 9 assists. Devin Booker had 27 for Phoenix. Even the return of Giannis Antetokounmpo from Milwaukee was not enough. Suns win 118-105. Paul scored 16 points during a sensational third quarter and is finally playing for the title in his 16th season. Meanwhile, Antetokounmpo did his best for the Bucks. He had 20 points, 17 rebounds after missing 2 games with a hyperextended left knee. Ouch. The Bucks will have to play from behind again after dropping Game 1 for the 3rd straight playoff series. Game 2 of the finals tomorrow night starting at 8 right here on KSAT. Then the series shifts to Milwaukee on Sunday and next Wednesday. After their first round exit from the NBA playoffs, the defending NBA champion LA Lakers are eyeing Spurs' DeMar DeRozan and a possible sign and trade deal. That's according to NBAanalysis.net. Spurs can negotiate a new contract with DeRozan before August 1st for 4 years and almost $150 million. If not, he becomes an unrestricted free agent August 2nd. According to USA Today, the Lakers could offer forward Kyle Kuzma, center Montrezl Harrell, and the number 22 pick in this year's NBA draft, the latter of which would be most attractive for the Spurs. On to Missions baseball. Our Missions taking on the Sod Poodles of Amarillo for the first time ever. Took an extra inning, but after a back and forth, the Missions were able to send fans home happy with a 10th inning walk-off single. San Antonio wins with a final score 5-4. Missions are now 27-28 on the season. The series continues tonight out at Wolf Stadium. And I am a Missions fan, but something tells me I need a Sod Poodles baseball cap.
Yeah, I think you're not alone on that one.
They look like little angry prairie dogs.
Yeah.
Sod Poodles.
Oh, we beat the Sod Poodles. There you go.
We beat the Sod Poodles. 626, about 73 degrees.
And still ahead, Katrina Weber introduces us to Colton Valentine and his work covering walls throughout San Antonio.
8 more victims of the condominium collapse in Florida have now been identified, bringing the death toll to 36. We have more.
And taking a look out with TransGuide this morning, there's a look at a situation there, Loop 1604 and Wiseman Boulevard. We'll be checking in with our Stephen Cavazos after the break.
Morning, I'm Massey. We are here on the access road of Highway 90, clearly feeling the effects of yesterday's storms. The guardrail ripped up across the road, but it's not just roadways and drivers seeing the effect of the storms, homes and businesses. We're going to explain.
Tropical storm Elsa is complicating the rescue effort at the site of the condo collapse in Surfside. I'm ABC's Elizabeth Scholze. The details coming up.
Outside with live cam, plenty of clouds in place. We're still trying to dry out from a couple of days of torrential rainfall. And if you are headed towards the Texas coast today, you may want to reconsider your plans. Good morning. It is Wednesday, July 7th.
Thanks for joining us. Happy Wednesday. But here things are clearing up a little bit.
Yeah, big storms down along the coast. Here is Justin in for Mike. Good morning.
Good morning to you guys. And Mark, you're exactly right. Avoid the coast today. There's going to be some heavy rain there. We're already seeing that. And our area of low pressure, I've been watching, it's trying to drift north just a little bit. So this puts the corridor of heavy rain here, Beeville to Victoria, over to Houston and points south. There's going to be some flooding today, no doubt. On top of all that water that's coming down our rivers and creeks flowing out of San Antonio from yesterday's big rains. So flash flood watches have been posted for this area. We may start to get some warnings eventually right along the coast, just looking at the radar right now. As far as San Antonio is concerned, some of this activity will work its way up towards San Antonio this afternoon. We'll see more scattered activity, though, and that could contain some heavy rain, but I think the main flood threat is going to be down to our south and east. That's where flash flood watches have been posted. This is going to go in through 7 a.m. Friday. It does include Karnes, DeWitt, Lavaca counties right now in that flash flood watch, and then all those counties further south, Beatty County and around the Corpus area, Port A, Rockport as well. Here's what to expect. More scattered downpours today for San Antonio. It'll be a steadier rain, those to the south and east, and then scattered rain Thursday, Friday too. So we're not out of the woods yet. We'll see some pockets of heavier rainfall, but drier and warmer by the weekend. Temperatures do start to heat up back into the 90s. Forecast for today, about a 40% chance of rain here in town. We'll up that to a 50% chance by the afternoon. Temperatures like yesterday stay in the mid 80s for highs thanks to cloud cover. Stephen, I know we've had a couple of issues out there this morning. How are things looking right now?
You know, right now we're seeing a trend in stalled vehicles, Justin. This one reported here off 1604 at Wiseman. You can see that we do have someone giving them some assistance out there. There's 2 vehicles right in that location. So hopefully we'll be seeing some resolution at this particular scene in a few moments. But taking a look here, we actually have that stalled vehicle of Loop 1604 northbound right at Wiseman Boulevard. So as you saw in that shot from TransGuide, there is a lane that has been blocked off there temporarily as they get that issue resolved. But bringing it over here to another stalled vehicle here off I-35 northbound at Evans Road. Again, like I said, we're seeing that trend in stalled vehicles because we have another one that's out here along Loop 410 northbound at Morrison Road. So do yourselves a favor, guys. Check your vehicles before you get on the roadways. Make sure that oil is looking pretty good and that your tires are in good shape as well. But let's go ahead and bring it to our inbound times. So it's looking pretty good right now. If you take a look here, it's again looking pretty green. 28 minutes coming in from I-10. Coming in from Lavernia, we got 23 minutes on 87 and 29 coming in from Floresville. Now I want to go ahead and bring your attention back here to US 90. Again, we actually have a color shot now. We've been showing you a black and white shot a little bit earlier this morning. You can see that we do have some running water out there as well. Right now, KSAT is reporting that the east and westbound frontage roads are still closed because of that high water out there. Again, this shot at TransGuide shows that we still have a pretty big situation out there, so just use some caution, and we'll have a live report from Massey coming up in a few moments.
Exactly right, Stephen. We know a lot of people in and around our area dealing with the impact of a couple of days worth of rain. It's not just the roads, it's also construction sites. We know that homes and local businesses were also impacted.
Max Massey joins us live at Leon Creek near Highway 90. And Max, how does the situation compare to what you saw out there yesterday?
Well, guys, yesterday we couldn't even get close to this. We were pushed back about 50, 100 yards. And to put that into perspective, we can now see under the bridge. Yesterday, we couldn't even see under the bridge. There was a real fear for local officials because the water was touching Highway 90. They were worried it was going to go onto the roadways, causing a lot of issues for drivers. But take a look at what we're seeing now. The sun is out. We're getting to see a lot more of this damage. The guardrail ripped off the concrete, now laying across the street. And then just behind us, that water, it's a lot lower this morning, but it is still flowing over the road, and it is flowing fast. And then, guys, you talked about it. You know, Mark, Stephanie, you guys mentioning homes, businesses in our area. I want to show you what we saw yesterday at Comfort Cafe. Volunteers and workers at Comfort Cafe on Bandera. They had a busy day of cleanup. The Zarzamora Creek flooded their building. Now, when they arrived, they finally arrived. They saw debris in and around the property, picnic tables, fences knocked down, washed to the back of the parking lot. Even a wall had been washed away during the high water. The owner telling us it was about 4.5 feet of water inside the building, causing about $500,000 in damage. But here's the things, guys, they remain optimistic.
We don't know the full picture. We don't know why this happened, but we know that there's a purpose behind it. Even if it doesn't make sense in the moment, we know that the universe has our back and we're going to be supported. So we just have to keep moving forward and see what shows up for us next.
And back here on the access road, I talked to construction crews yesterday. They tell me there's at least 2 municipal projects in the works here. We can see actually part of the equipment left over from yesterday's storm. And those crew members, they tell me that not only did they lose more than $1 million worth of their construction equipment, but these projects, multiple municipal projects, could be pushed back at least 2 months. Mark, Stephanie, back to you guys.
Thank you, Max. In response to the flooding in our area, the city of San Antonio is opening up a shelter with partners from the Red Cross. City officials are not planning to mandate evacuations, but they're offering a shelter at Burbank High School for those who don't feel safe at home. Pets are welcome, and those needing transportation can call city services at 311. Right now, we are staying on top of some late-breaking news out of Haiti. Haiti's president, Jovenel Moïse, has been assassinated after a group of people attacked his home. The First Lady of Haiti, Martine Moïse, was hospitalized following the attack. The country's interim prime minister is calling it a hateful, inhumane, and barbaric act, quote unquote. He says the attackers offered no explanation for the violence. This all comes as Haiti's economic, political, and social problems have only grown worse. The 53-year-old leader had been ruling by decree for more than 2 years after the country failed to hold elections. Recently, opposition leaders demanded he step down, arguing his term legally ended back in February. You can read more about this breaking story on KSAT.com.
New this morning, a woman was rushed to the hospital after she was stabbed in the stomach. This happened around 4:45 this morning at the Distinction Apartments on Parliament Street. That's near West Avenue and Blanco Road. And that's where police tell us a woman was stabbed 5 times in the stomach. Right now, it's not clear how it happened and no arrests have been made. She was taken to University Hospital in serious condition. That investigation is ongoing.
A San Antonio police officer has been suspended for a photo he posted about guards stationed at the U.S. Capitol. According to suspension records, Detective Rudy Guzman received a 20-day suspension in May for his social media activity on January 20th. Records say Guzman posted a photo of guards stationed at the U.S. Capitol with a quote, a related caption about the inauguration. A person then negatively responded to the post, and Detective Guzman posted a derogatory comment in response. Guzman was previously suspended in November for his social media posts.
A man is recovering in the hospital this morning after he was shot in the foot. It happened just before midnight on the city's south side. Police say an 18-year-old man was walking in the ditch by Oceanport Drive, that's near Krista McAuliffe Middle School, when a person inside a gray sedan drove by and fired shots at the man. The victim was shot in the foot. He walked to a family member's house on White Feather Street to call for help and was later taken to University Hospital. That investigation is also ongoing.
A man's in custody this morning after shots were fired at a motel on the city's north side. Happened around 3 this morning at the Studio 6 Motel, the 11,000 block of San Pedro. That's near San Antonio International Airport. Police say the man pointed a gun at some people in the parking lot of the motel and fired several shots. We're told he tried to get away but didn't get far. The gun was also found at the scene. He is facing charges of deadly conduct.
Tropical storm Elsa creating difficult conditions for rescue workers at the site of the condo collapse in Surfside, Florida.
8 more victims identified Tuesday, bringing the death toll to 36. More than 100 people are still unaccounted for as of this morning. ABC's Elizabeth Schulze has more.
Strong winds and heavy rain from Tropical Storm Elsa are battering parts of Florida and threatening the search and rescue effort at the site of the condo collapse in Surfside. Rescuers were forced to stop digging through the rubble for 2 hours Tuesday because of lightning, continuing their search amid pummeling rain and wind.
We have a meteorologist embedded in the team right with them on the mound to provide any weather updates to make sure that they are safe.
After crews demolished the remaining part of Champlain Tower South Sunday, officials sounded hopeful the expanded search could lead to survivors trapped in open spaces. But nearly 2 weeks after the initial collapse, and with no one found alive since those first few hours after, the tone is turning increasingly somber.
You know, unfortunately, we're not seeing anything positive that continues in that sense. You know, the key things we're looking for all throughout in regards to voice space, livable spaces, you know, we're not coming across that.
Reporters getting their first up-close look at the site, a 30-foot pile of shattered concrete and twisted steel, spanning about half the length of a football field. The debris now getting sorted at a nearby warehouse as part of the investigation.
We're in a search and rescue mode.
It's an active investigation, and we're focused right now. Our primary goal right now is to bring closure to the families.
Later today, a nonprofit raising money for the victims and their families will announce how many millions of dollars will be distributed. Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, Washington.
Wednesday morning, 6:41, about 73 degrees.
From this space to cyberspace, the local artist who has become an internet sensation. I'm Katrina Weber. I'll tell you more about him in the next If These Walls Could Talk. That's coming up.
And welcome back. It's about 6:44. You probably do not know his name, but millions of people have seen his work all over social media. It also covers walls throughout San Antonio, murals of murder victims, music makers, and more.
In this week's edition of If These Walls Could Talk, Katrina Weber introduces us to an LA native who now calls SA home.
Each burst of paint is like a blast to the past for Colton Valentine. Shades of his former days.
I grew up doing graffiti.
He and the spray cans have since gone legit, making his mark on walls in a different way.
Growing up, I wasn't encouraged to take it serious. Like, even my mother was like, nah, like, you should get a job first and then try to do that.
Although the Los Angeles native still has a job now, he decided in 2017 to try his hand at murals.
It's a lot of work. You can't just jump in it and think you know, like, what you're doing.
Also not easy for him at first was finding property owners to cooperate.
I would ask them if I could paint murals on their walls, and I think I got like 20 no's.
Eventually it all came together, resulting in some high-profile paintings, including the one along Interstate 10 of murder victim Baby King J. Davila. He also created the popular murals near downtown of the late rapper Nipsey Hussle and Cardi B, now covered with a pandemic-required mask. His latest work is a tribute to a local artist. Valentine says out of all his work, these two paintings surprised him the most. He never imagined they'd go from this space to cyberspace. Yet he says he's had reaction on the internet, even from celebrities.
It's crazy. Some people have like come through and they're just like, yo, I drove 4 hours to come see this mural of Nipsey Hussle.
It's all a reminder of just how far he has come, from tagging walls in secret to painting them for public viewing. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Well, we are keeping a watchful eye here off US 90 at Leon Creek, where we're still seeing a little bit of residual water out there along the bridge. Max Massey just showed you a look a little bit earlier ago, but you can take a look. See, we do have some running water out there. The eastbound and westbound lanes are still closed because of that high water following yesterday's rainfall. So just use some caution and avoid areas like that. Let's go ahead and bring it to some stalls that are happening right now. This one we showed you a little bit earlier, Loop 1604 northbound right at Wiseman Boulevard. As I mentioned earlier, we're seeing a trend in those stalls. More of them are popping up in our system here. This one, 281 northbound at Hildebrand Avenue, and another that's happening right here off I-35 northbound at Evans Road. We want to bring your attention over to another stalled vehicle right over here at Loop 410 at northbound at Morrison Road. Just some advice: if you are having some issues with your vehicle on the roadway, it's best to contact TxDOT's Hero program. Their number 210-732-HERO. What they do, they can assist you with anything like putting gas in your car, adding water, jump starting a battery, or even changing a flat tire. I think we saw one out there just a little bit earlier. So just some helpful advice if you do have some vehicle trouble. But the best thing you can do is check those vehicles before you hit the roadways and avoid areas like US 90 at Leon Creek. Justin, I think that's a good tip there.
Absolutely, Stephen. Still some high water there, as you're seeing, but things are coming down. Things are getting better. It was the fourth highest peak we've ever seen on Leon Creek. Got up to 25.79 feet yesterday. The three ahead of it here were all flood years, 1998, 2013, and 2002. So it was significant yesterday. Obviously, it did do some damage to some property there, unfortunately. And that water is still moving downstream. We do have flood warnings now for the San Antonio River. Here's the good news. We got a little bit of an update here. I think it's going to be minor flooding. So just some of the low-lying areas here along the river. It's forecast to crest at 39 feet this morning and then start to subside some. And this is going to be below San Antonio, south of San Antonio, Elmendorf, down to about Falls City. So heads up there. The risk for heavy rain is still there today. Our focus is going to be on the Texas coast And the Weather Prediction Center has a high risk for heavy rain today from Corpus to Victoria. I think flooding is a good bet. This is an area you want to avoid. Even up to Beeville, though, in some of our southeastern counties, there is a moderate risk at some heavy rain. And back up to San Antonio, slight to marginal risk. We'll get more scattered activity here. We're still going to have to watch for some pockets of heavy rain. Flash flood watches have been posted for this reason. This does include Karnes County, Lavaca County, DeWitt County, Bee County. This is going to go through 7 a.m. Friday. And the coastal areas, I think, will get hit pretty hard. We're starting to see some warnings come out, which is not a surprise there north and east of Corpus. We have an area of low pressure that is sitting right around Corpus Christi this morning. My concern is trying to drift a little bit further to the north at last check. So we're seeing some of that heavier rain start to rotate in now. Again, I think as we get into the afternoon, it's not going to be a steady shield of rain here in San Antonio, but we will see those scattered showers and downpours. So have the umbrella with you today. You'll still want it. And you can see the steady rain now that is starting to work a little bit farther north and west. So Victoria, that rain starting to come in there. And then obviously Rockport, Port Lavaca, up towards the Edna area. Heavy rain now on the radar. Here's what our forecast looks like. And this does show that by 12 o'clock, we'll see a few of those showers around. And then by 6 p.m. tonight, some scattered downpours moving east to west across here, just based on that circulation. Things die down tonight, then build back up again tomorrow. Same story, scattered downpours, and there could be some pockets of heavier rain. Forecast for today calls for about a 40 to 50% chance. Temperatures will be in the mid 80s for highs. We will see some peaks of sun, too, just not right now. Cloudy skies at the airport. 74 degrees, 76 Stinson, 74 Kelly, 73 at Randolph, and most places in the 70s this morning. Temperatures will be kept down today thanks to cloud cover. And very quickly, let's check in on Elsa. It's still a tropical storm. Did strengthen to a hurricane at one point yesterday, but winds at 65 miles per hour should make landfall here very soon there in the coastal bend of Florida. It brings some heavy rain there and then eventually work its way up to the north and east. No impacts on us. We're dealing with our own chances for rain here. 50% today, 40% next couple of days, and then lower chances this weekend. Warmer temperatures. We're back in the 90s, guys, by Sunday.
Yes, but it's lower night. So it's all about perspective in the month of July, right?
Exactly.
Thank you, Justin. 6:51, 73 degrees.
Language delays are the most common types of developmental setbacks. Tomorrow on GMSA, we're going to have some tips on how parents can help their kids flourish.
Outside with Live Cam, the news you need to know before you go is coming up as we're slowly drying out here in the San Antonio metropolitan area. You're watching GMSA. 5 till 7.
Let's go ahead and check back with Stephen Cavazos. You've had a busy morning, but not as busy as yesterday.
Yeah, you know, it's been picking up, but at the same time, it's also been slowing down because we're seeing a lot of stalls out there. And am I talking? I can't see. There I am. Hi. Nice to see you guys. There we go. We still have the shot here at US 90 at Leon Creek. Still some issues that we're seeing out there, and also some stalled vehicles that we've been talking about all morning long. Let's go ahead and get right to our map here. 281 northbound at Hildebrand. We're seeing an issue right there. Trend continuing down here at I-35 northbound at Evans Road. We're jumping right over here to Loop 410. We still have another stalled vehicle out here, guys. 410 northbound at Morrison Road. But again, as we mentioned, if you're having any issues out on the roadways, contact TxDOT's Hero program. We got our good inbound times right now. 33 minutes, though, coming in from Bulverde. Justin.
Thanks, Stephen. We do have some heavy rain there along the coast. We're expecting more scattered activity here. There are flash flood watches posted down to our south and east. Karnes, DeWitt, and Lavaca counties under flash flood watch through Friday morning. Here in San Antonio, there will be some pockets of heavy rain. Temperatures in the mid 80s, guys.
Stephen, Justin, thank you, guys.
Have a great day. See you back here at 9.